Alright, welcome back to the channel. Warhammer Man back in the studio, and today we're taking a look at the crew. A little bit of lore, some upcoming models, and some of the history as well. So make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoy these daily reactions, reviews, news, painting, modeling, conversion tutorials for anything from Warhammer 40,000, Kill Team Necromunda, Age of Sigmar, warcry, and some Horus Heresy as well. So birds of a feather feast together. The Krut are the galaxy's premier hunters. So with the kill team Into the Dark coming up here, we obviously have some new Krut models being revealed, and those are obviously part of the Tau faction. The echoing depths of the Galodart are home to horrors without name or number, from ephemeral monstrosities dredged out of the warp to forgotten synth species that still scavenge its cavernous hulls. For the stalwart breacher teams of the Imperial Navy, these creatures are the stuff of shipyard rumor and feverish nightmare, a monstrous threat to be met with a shotgun and shield. So the Krut, their lunch. So obviously the Krut are known to eat their prey and then adapt some of their attributes. So here we have some of that terrain. Very cool looking terrain, and I like the modularity of it as well. The galaxy's finest hunters. So we've seen quite a bit of these. We've seen all the models revealed so far, but get a little closer look, similar to what we saw for the Imperial Navy. Very cool. I really like these models. I think they look great. They're like right along with that Blackstone Fortress Krut model. Very, very nice. So we have the Krut Kill Broker. So this is the leader of the squad. He has like a sword and then a Tau rifle as well. Pretty neat. And then the Krut Cold Blood just looks pretty standard. I'm guessing this is like a veteran or something like that. He's got a bionic / like bone leg, something to that effect, some kind of prosthetic. So I would assume he's like, a veteran. Maybe has some kind of like shrug or special ability. Then we have the Krut Heavy Gunner. So we nailed this right off the bat, like way early in the stuff. He was kind of like off in the corner, and it was pretty clear he had like this giant gun. Very cool. And then he's also got a couple pistols as well. So definitely ready for multiple forms of threat. All these models look great. Then we have the Krut Pistolier. So again, he has like the double pistol thing as well, so pretty cool. We have the Krut Warrior. He's got the gun and a knife. And then the Krut Long Sight. He's basically a sniper, also like crouched down, so probably can like shoot from conceal and has a little bit better of a gun. Maybe a little mortal wound action. All look good. So then we have a couple of Krut Hounds. I do really like that we have two different sculpts for the Krut Hounds in plastic. That is nice, and I think that increased the likelihood that we're going to get a large amount of like a Krut Hound like box or something like that in the future as well. Then we have the Krut Cut Skin. So he has like sort of like a pick with a cool like kind of glove on, and then a dagger as well. So clearly made for some hand-to-hand. Couple of meat hooks as well. Definitely a grimdark. I think the Krut are pretty freaking grimdark. Anytime you like pause in the middle of battle and start eating the flesh of your enemies so that you can adapt in real time, I'd say that's about as grimdark as it gets. Krut Warrior, just our standard. A lot of these like specialists will be able to be built as just standard warriors. So there's definitely been some options in the kit like we've seen with all the other kill team stuff. Next we have the Krut Bow Hunter. So this one was super cool. We obviously noticed that right off the bat. There's like essentially like a kind of like mechanical looking bow / sniper rifle. Pretty cool. And then obviously we have the Krut Tracker as well. So he has a long rifle with his little bird buddy. They showed us like some previewed rules on that. What the heck is going on right here though? This looks like some kind of like mistake on this image. It looks like a double kind of like exposure or something going on here. So obviously that's super weird, but interesting nonetheless. That's the Krut Tracker. All these guys look pretty cool. Cunning carnivores devour their prey. I'm looking forward to this box. I think it looks awesome. It sucks the price, I'm sure, is going to be going up to that like probably $230 mark, but I don't know. We'll see though. Maybe Warcry was enough of a fail. And then obviously like the recent Necromunda Ash Waste as well. The GW will like tone back the price increases, but I wouldn't count on it. UK is in a bad place right now. They've got a weak currency, like hyperinflating like energy prices, and just in general, not in a good place. So I would expect GW to take that out on the world. So that being said, an avian species hailing from the world of Peck. The Krut are known across the galaxy as mercenaries without peer and carnivores without qualm. Many reside within the Tau Empire, and the Krut often join hunter cadres. on the battlefield as skirmishers. But independent communities of Krut can be found across the galaxy, settled on distant border planets and wandering war spheres. So really nice looking piece of art right here. I love the green and purple go together really nice, and the red as well. Obviously we have some Krutoxes, which are like the biggest of the Krut models so far, and then there's like a regular Krut riding on the back with like the big old gun. Very, very cool. Some regular Krut, and then of course the Hound as well. That's an awesome piece of art right there. Absolutely love it. Honestly, I wasn't like that excited for Krut until I saw these, and now I'm like, okay, bring them back. This is great. So these groups, known as kindreds, vary widely in Maine because the Krut really are what they eat. Equipped with acute sensory quills, powerful twitch muscles, and stomachs capable of digesting anything short of adamantium, the Krut can hunt down almost anything in the galaxy, and upon devouring the prey, they naturally adapt its qualities into their own biology. So pretty cool right here. It doesn't say exactly what's going on here, but this one has like webbed toes and everything, so obviously some sort of like aquatic Krut. Here we see like a more burly looking one. Obviously looks like orc adaptation maybe. And then we see what appears to be like sort of a rock, kind of like lizard looking one, and then of course one with wings here. So obviously from eating various kinds of prey, they adapt into these different forms. Very cool. I would love to see like a full Krut range, with more Krut choices. I mean the Hounds, the Krutox, and the regular like Krut are all great, but it would be awesome to see some more stuff. As such, the Krut are a testament to the importance of varied diet. Eat too many quadrupedal hunter beasts, and you might just mutate into a feral Krut Hound. Chow down on fungal diet of orcs, and you'll turn into a muscly, boisterous green Krut. A kindred of really big eaters could end up growing into massive Narloks. Interesting. So obviously the Narlok is like a Forge World, like a big old one. In fact, rumor has it that pretty much everything on Peck is some variety of Krut, maybe even the trees. That's pretty cool. Judging this balance is the task of the Shapers. Part shaman, part dietitian, these respected Krut guide their kindreds on migratory hunts across the galaxy, ensuring they steer clear of the evolutionary dead ends, pursue the appropriate prey for the genetic philosophy, and respect the 5-second rule. That good old GW humor. So this is a Krut Shaper. Very nice looking model, obviously. Super cool. Love the art right here. Obviously, this is like the Tau coming down onto the planet and kind of like, hey, what's up, bros? Like, you want to work for us? And the Krut are like, want to feed us? We got a deal. The first Krut models arrived back in 2001 as part of the original Tau range. Savage-looking scouts to complement the sleek soldiers of the new faction, but the Krut first appeared even earlier than that. Tucked away in the core rules of Warhammer 40,000's 3rd edition, the Imperial sketch artist didn't get them quite right, but the essentials are definitely there. So here we see like an old school picture here. Obviously we have Necron, and then that's our Krut, and then a couple other like just random beasts. The Krut have spent the years since their arrival sneaking throughout the setting, from war spheres taking the tabletop into Battlefleet Gothic to the arrival of Dayak Grek, and that's the Blackstone Fortress Bro. At one point they even had their own trap-laden army list in White Dwarf. It's well past time they bounded back into the spotlight. Fortunately, the Farstalker Kin Band are festooned with options to help them do just that, including striking specialists, updated Krut Hounds, and new heavy weapons acquired from alien employers. You'll also find loads of cosmetics, like a bevy of grizzly snacks, perfect for keeping up your strength in the depths of the Gallowdark. So like the meat hooks with like fresh flesh on them. Very cool. Again, super grimdark. Yeah, this is awesome. Definitely looking forward to these. So we have 3, 6, 8, 10, and then the 2 Hounds. Yeah, so it's 12 in the set, 10, and then the 2 Hounds. Really, really nice. Definitely a big fan. I will have more news on the struggle in the Space Hulk coming soon. Sign up for all that good stuff there as well. So very, very nice. Definitely liking these models. The Imperial Navy looks great. The Krut look great as well. And the terrain honestly looks awesome. I am very, very excited for this set. This has got to be my favorite piece of Krut art right there as well. I love the colors. I like the purple war paint with like the blues, and then of course like the green and the red mixed with the metallics. This is awesome. So yeah, super excited. You guys let me know, are you also super excited for these guys? Which of the kill teams are you most looking forward to? Or should I say, which one are you going to be painting first? Because obviously everyone's excited about both of them. And then, you know, looking forward to seeing how the rules flush out as well. We haven't seen any like previews from any of the, you know, Games Workshop NDA signers yet. So probably going to be a little bit yet. We should see essentially some kind of preview in the next couple weeks. I believe they said a few weeks when they announced this a couple weeks ago, which is like 3 to 5 weeks just generally. So we should be getting close to the release of this. And we have obviously the Nova announcements coming up as well, but there wasn't anything specifically announced or like advertised for the skirmish games. So I don't think we'll necessarily get any new news from that. But possibly at least just like some release dates. So very exciting. Definitely looking forward to this. You guys let me know what you think down below. And obviously, you know, the Krut, are they the most efficient hunters in the galaxy? Or are they just, you know, a couple cool like bird dinosaur guys? You know, that's up to you. And this is great too. I really like this. I'm not sure if this is a piece of the terrain or if that's just like something else in there. Obviously, you know, a way to travel between the multiple levels of the ship, but I didn't see anything like that. The rest of the stuff I do recognize, though. I mean, really nice set. And this doesn't look like... I don't know. I can't quite tell. This does not look like the graphic, like, little free mat that comes in the set. This looks like an actual, like, floor system. Now, it could just be that it's that good. Maybe there's a little bit of doctoring and Photoshop going on here. But that almost looks like we are maybe going to get some kind of floor tiles. It is tough to tell. It is tough to tell because, you know, it could just be like really good graphics and then they kind of like fuzz stuff out. And again, like the Photoshop skills. So, but yeah, definitely excited. This to me is like groundbreaking next level. Obviously, I'm a huge fan of the Zone Mortalis stuff. I've talked about it a couple times. And, you know, obviously I started this channel when like that Zone Mortalis set came out for Necromunda and Dark Uprising. Did a bunch of videos about customizing the terrain, magnetizing it so that you could, you know, swap it out and have it completely modular. And, you know, that's how I got started the channel. And that obviously took off. But with this new stuff, I really like the way it goes together. There is no need for magnets, at least for the majority of it. The doors open up. And then one of my favorite things is that the walls are skinny, so they don't have like that massive amount of wasted space. Because with the Zone Mortalis stuff, the walls are like 3D, but they're also like super thick. And like the columns are like big chunky boxes, as opposed to like these just like skinny little columns and, you know, like the thin walls. So for a game like this, you know, Kill Team or other like skirmish games where you're trying to play on a smaller table, you get like way more actual playable space by not having like the massive amount of wasted space from the Zone Mortalis stuff. So while I do love the aesthetics and, you know, obviously the Zone Mortalis stuff is amazing, I really like the idea of this, especially for skirmish games, because, you know, if you're playing on a smaller tabletop, you don't want to have a ton of wasted space. So let me know down below what you're excited about, what you think about, you know, all of the stuff I have shared. Appreciate everybody tuning in today. Make sure to like and subscribe. It's the best way to support the channel. It's absolutely free. And I am grateful for that. Grateful for the growth and all of the positivity. Yeah, definitely appreciate you guys. And obviously, if you are into daily content, reaction reviews and news, painting, modeling, conversion, magnetization tutorials, make sure to subscribe for daily content on Warhammer 40,000, Kill Team Necromunda, Age of Sigmar, Warcry, and some Horse Heresy as well. That's it for today, Warhammer Man Studios. I'm Warhammer Man, and I'm out of here.